my name is Planet Becky. Welcome to my channel. Today we are starting a brand new zoo. I have decided to name this zoo Geluk Zoo, which means happiness in Afrikaans. I really wanted a name for a zoo that was really positive, so that's the reason why I've gone for that. And I like naming my zoos in a way that in the language of the local area. That's why I like doing that. So for this zoo, I decided to do a bit more of a detailed zoo than what I normally do. If any of you watch my streams, you'll know that I'm kind of one of those people that place a square down of barrier, pop a little water hole in, and I'm pretty much done. Like, I keep my zoos simple. But I decided, and after a lot of people on my streams have said to me, it would be great to see you doing some more detailed zoos, I decided, do you know what, it's time. And after watching Paulsley's video, I decided that I would really focus in and decide which zoo I wanted to do. So I'm going to be building a zoo that is in the African continent and in the grassland biome. That's the way that I'm going to be doing a lot of these zoos. There may be some other animals that creep in. If I do like a water area, I may add in some crocodiles or something like that. I know that they're not necessarily native to that area, but they may just fit within the zoo. So for this first area, I basically just wanted to build a car park area and an entranceway where the people would come in. I know on the original maps they come in via a building, but I didn't really want that. I wanted them to spawn in the corner, and I'm gonna do kind of corner to corner zoo. So I'm gonna build out from this corner and I'm gonna build it out towards the other corner. I would love it if I could fill the whole map, but I may not end up doing that. So if anyone ever has any suggestions for exhibits or anything like that, please just do drop me a message in my Discord. I'll put the link below for it. So if you would like to join that Discord, you are more than welcome to join us. So in this bit, I'm just kind of laying out the car park, and I built this whole video on stream, and actually it took me quite a few attempts to build this car park, because there were certain things where I just didn't know how to build it, so I didn't know what I was doing per se. So there were some things that went a little bit wrong, so I had to kind of start again. With some things with the terrain, I'd forgotten to flatten out the terrain. I used wrong materials, so I kind of had to restart it a couple of times. And there were parts of it where I didn't leave enough room. But one thing I did do was I did use the in-game cars, because that's how big a car is. So I thought, well, it'll at least make it more realistic. So it took me a while to build this, I'm not gonna lie. I won't talk over all of this video, so I'll kind of leave you guys for a little bit and I'll join you back in just a moment. Okay, so for this little bit, I just wanted to jump back in and talk to you guys a little bit about what I was doing here. So although I have decided to use certain fences within the game, I decided that for my car park, I wanted a fence that I had made myself, but I wanted to be quite simple. So I went for a kind of white picket fence look, and I think it actually turned out to be really effective. It took me a while to do this, just in terms of lining things up. As I said before, I'm not a massively detailed zoo builder, but I was actually really proud of this car park when I had finished it. I didn't include it all, so I've skipped out the boring bits for you guys. So I wanted to have a bit of an entranceway here for people to walk in. So that's why I've got that little pathway there. But you'll see in just a second, I actually ended up not doing that because I ended up doing the bit on the inside. It wasn't, this bit here wasn't straight and it was really going to annoy me. But I ended up doing the bit on the inside by the car and it didn't line up properly. So I had to kind of redo that. And in the end, we didn't have that little pathway, but there is a smaller pathway coming out. So you guys will see that in just a second. You'll see here that the path didn't quite line up, but I still wanted that little entranceway, so I've just done it as if they would just walk onto that. So the next thing that I wanted to do was just decorate the entrance area, and I just wanted it to feel quite, welcoming. So I didn't really want it to seem like the people just appeared out of nowhere. I wanted it to kind of feel like they came out of somewhere. So like, for example, in the building that you get in the original map, they come out of a building. So for this, I decided actually I wanted to kind of get them to come out of a kind of like a cave area, because I thought that would be quite good. Now, to get my ratios right so that they weren't being trapped underneath a cave, I hired a person, and later on I did end up firing them, so it's all good. I'm not spending money on that. So to begin with, we have unlimited money and unlimited conservation credits, but eventually what my plan is to make this zoo working financially, and I think that is going to be a bit of a challenge. The other thing that I've never really played with before in this game is lighting. I've never really experimented with it. I don't know that much about the lighting in this game. I was also not aware that I needed power for lighting, but we learn as we go in this game, and my community on Discord were very helpful when I was doing this, giving me lots of suggestions, so thank you so much to everyone that comes along to my streams. But I really like the way that this whole car park area turned out. I think it looks really pretty. And then the last thing that I decided to put in was some like little trees. Unfortunately, the bigger trees wouldn't fit, although they would have been really cool along there. So I decided to do the smaller trees along there, just to give it that kind of like entranceway feeling, because you'll often get trees on the way into a zoo. So this zoo is going to be obviously an African themed zoo with a lot of African themed items being used around the zoo. So I will be using a lot of the same walls and a lot of the same trees and everything like that. I will post a little either a video, or it's also on my Discord, is a list of all the items that I'm going to be using throughout this zoo. So the next thing I thought of was I really didn't like the asphalt pathing, so I decided to go for more of a natural look throughout the zoo. And what I will probably do is I will probably use this path now throughout the whole of the zoo for the main roads, for the main path, sorry. So I will use this path throughout the whole of the zoo. So you can kind of, as you're looking above from over the zoo, you'll be able to see where the main paths are. Obviously, smaller paths that come off for like viewing areas and things like that, or food courts, I may not end up using this path, but I will be using this one for all of the main paths. So the next thing that I needed to do was build a bit of an entrance area, and I wanted this to be a really good area and I wanted to include some staff things and some guest things. So I did a quick Google search and found a picture. It's also on my Discord if you would like to see it. So just to give myself a bit of an idea of how I wanted the building to look. So yes, I will leave you guys to watch for just a minute so that I'm not just rambling. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and do leave me a comment, leave me any suggestions of how I could do things better, what I could build next. Okay, so I just wanted to jump back in for the last couple of minutes of the video. So I really like the way that this building turned out. I just wanted to do a little bit of detail and decoration on the inside. I'm not so good at decorating on the inside of buildings yet. So if anyone has any suggestions of how to do that, how to make it look a little bit better on the inside, please do let me know in the comments down below. So one thing that I did try to do is like some flooring on the inside, just to give it not that grass look on the inside. But I did have quite a bit of trouble just lining it up and making sure that it looked all good. But I think in the end it did look really good. At the front of the building, just in front of the welcome building, I am going to be doing a bit of a welcome area. And where you can see that line marked out there, that's where my first enclosure will go. And that will be for some greater flamingos. So I planned out the first little bit, but if anyone has any suggestions of how this could look any better, please do let me know in the comments below. Please also do leave a like and a comment. Please do subscribe, as we will be updating these after every stream, and I will be doing some recording off stream as well, so there'll be some footage that you don't see on stream off the stream. Thank you so much for being here, you guys, and I will see you in the next one.